Hello Capricorn, welcome to your special update here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Two of Cups. This is all love, baby. This is the glue that holds everything together. I think you're somebody with such a beautiful soul. Like I feel like you are radiating love and light right now. And I don't even know if you're in love with any particular thing. I think it's a general, ubiquitous love. And you're full of it, right? I think that you have such an optimism about you. I think that people get next to you and they can't help but feel your love and your kindness. I feel like you're a very kind person. Yeah. There's nothing better than when you are in a sort of one-on-one encounter with somebody and there's just that exchange. Even if it's just a smile, it just feels good. Right. I think that lately, a lot of your interactions have taken on a new glow. Do you know what I mean? Even with those just smiling at a stranger or waving at somebody, right? I feel like you're really putting yourself out there in that way. Not with an agenda. It's not like you're trying so hard, but I just feel like you're a happy person, you know? And I feel like you, in all of your encounters, you're not trying. It just happens. It just comes out of you, a smile or a hello or a how you doing, you know? People can't help but notice this light radiating from you, okay? Maybe it's because you have found something that you really do truly love that inspires you. Maybe you feel like you're just in the right place at the right time in life. Let's put this card into a little bit of context, all right? Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, a 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. All right. What else we have? We have a 5 underneath. Okay. Yeah. We have the Lover's card back here. Yeah. Okay. I kind of see something here. And a 6 of Pentacles moving into the future. This is really good. Oh my gosh. Lover's card, all this water energy, this really great earth energy. You know, I offer to pray over anything for you if there's anything I can send some positive energy toward, but I don't feel like you need it. I feel like maybe I should ask you to send me some, you know? This is really, really good. We need a reading like this. It's been a minute, you know? We're going to continue with the path of the serpent here. We've got the Queen of Wands, a 10 of Pentacles. Oh gosh. 5 of Wands and an 8. The 8 of Pentacles that's very good. That's really, really good. We're going to select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we're going to set it down over here. We're going to put Mr. Tao, our yin-yang duck, right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the end. All right. It'll tie everything together. It'll give us our confirmation at the end of the reading. If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments down below. Okay. Now, looking around the room, Major Arcana, where is it? Lover's card. That's it. That is the only one. Okay? It's the only Major Arcana card we have. I feel like this is your inspiration. Whatever this is, you are inspired. It is behind you, and it is Spirit's way of pushing you forward, giving you this momentum. This is, this is really good. Okay? Now, this could be a romantic relationship. Yes, it could be, sure. I know, I can hear the groans. Maybe it is. Maybe you finally have united with that person that you're meant to be with, your soulmate, your true love. And you can't help but now for this love and light to just pour from you. When you're filled with bliss, some of it's going to spill out into the world, you know. But it's something like that. It's something inspiring. You are doing your will. You are living your purpose. You're following your destiny. Really, this is a union. It's a marriage. And it could be between the princess and the queen here. Fire and earth, right? Fire and earth is that magical electrical circuit of creation going from fire to earth. Right? Fire to earth. It's the act of creation, right? Manifestation. From will to action. From impulse to behavior. From the inspiration, from the idea to the implementation and the manifestation of it. From above to below. From inside to outside. From our will to our reality. This is manifestation. This is creation. Okay? And perhaps this is your ability now with that Lover's card that you've married these two together, that you've figured this process out, that you've become a master at manifestation, converting energy to matter, converting matter to energy with no loss, right? It's really the true miracle doing this. This is that miracle creation, okay? So you may be someone who is finding that everything they get involved with, everything they touch, is just turning out really, really good. Yeah. Major arcana. We've got our fire energies over here. We've got our water energies over here. We don't have no stinking air energy. And of course, we got our earth and earth. A lot of earth. A lot of good earth energy. But no air, right? Why is there no air energy? Well, because you don't need the confirmation. You don't need any reassurance. You don't have any doubts. If you don't have any doubts, you don't need reassurance. You know? If you have doubts about your relationship, you might seek some kind of reassurance from your partner. You know what I mean? You had doubts about your job, you might need some reassurance from your boss. You don't have any doubts, you don't need any reassurance. Yeah. We're not getting any answers, right? We don't have any questions. What we've got is union. What you've got is this relationship with yourself, with your soul, with spirit, God, goddess, deity, guardian, angel. You've got this relationship in your life with your sense of purpose, with your destiny. Whether it's manifesting through another person or through the job that you have or whatever it is, there's an inner unity. This is a spiritual union, a spiritual marriage here. I feel like you're someone who's inspired. I feel like you're somebody who is in love. All right? And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. And of course, that's the Two of Cups. This is you with that love energy. And it's through that union that it's just sort of spilling out from you. Right? It's affecting every other relationship you have in your life. The Ten of Cups, of course, then is that ultimate satisfaction. It is your dream come true. There's no doubt in this process. There's no question in this process, so we don't need any air energy. What we have is the power to manifest. Energy to matter, matter to energy. Okay? And that gives you this sense of satisfaction in life. You're living a life that is hugely fulfilling and satisfying. And this 10 of Cups is saying that you're about to experience the most satisfaction and bliss that you've ever experienced in life. This is a huge win. This is I don't think you really expected this. We got that 5 of Cups underneath everything. You never expected life to be all that magnificent, but here we have a 10 of Cups, right? Life's about to get very, very blissful for you. The 5 of Cups underneath everything is, of course, your waves of emotion. Sometimes you are in a good mood, sometimes not so good mood. Sometimes we have pleasant emotions, sometimes not so pleasant emotions. It's the name of the game, right? Life is a series of wins and losses. Life is a series of successes and failures. Life is a series of joy and sorrow. Yeah. Well, the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups is saying maybe there's something that makes all of this worth it. Or maybe there's something that you can experience in life, that kind of love, that kind of unity, that makes all the joy and sorrow of everyday life seem like just a little bit of bad weather. It's just weather. Some days it's good, some days not so good. It's just weather. You're somebody who feels things deeply. I think you're somebody who in life, generally, you try not to get your hopes up too much because you know that things are going to then trend toward their opposite and you're going to feel sad again at some point, you know. So if this is a romantic relationship, a business relationship, or just life in general, there is that part of you that says, I'm not going to get too happy here because it could be taken away at any moment. Yeah. But is that the way you want to live, you know? Do we want to say, well, my joy could be taken away at any moment, so I might as well just not experience any joy? Simple. We've found the answer. I think that is a waste. And according to what these cards are looking like, yeah, you're kind of outnumbered, sorry to say. You're going to experience intense joy. And yes, life's going to be a series of joys and sorrows, as it usually is. But there is a higher spiritual satisfaction. There is a deeper joy in your life that sort of makes these things feel a little bit less significant. I'll deal with the losses and sorrows of life if I have these kinds of joys, these kinds of moments of bliss, these sorts of connections. Okay? So with the Lover's card in the background, I feel like you either have gotten into a relationship, or you discovered your sense of purpose, or you've united with the right element in your life. Okay? This could be a spiritual experience even. Right? Something has inspired you. Yeah. And now with the Princess of Pentacles up here, it's kind of like you're someone that can see the potential in every situation, right? In every person, you can see all the good in them, all the potential, everything that they are capable of becoming. You're like the world's greatest optimist. You're someone that can really see the good in everybody. You can see the potential in every situation. It's kind of like you can just look at a field of weeds, right? And you can think, this could be the best garden that I've ever had, you know? And I feel in some way like you help to bring out the best in people. You're good at that. I feel like you're an inspiration. I feel like people want to be their best self when they're around you. Okay. It's your ability to see the potential in everything that leads you to the fulfillment of these sorts of potentials. Yeah. So if we have the potential for greatness, the potential for success, whether it's emotional, spiritual, financial, whatever, here in the Six of Pentacles in the future position, we have that very success. This is the potential now fully realized. This is the light that is breaking forth from inside of this, you know, because the Princess of Pentacles is kind of it's an abundance in potential. Right now it's just sort of it's the dead of winter, right? It's cold, it's barren, it's sterile. Right? But there's a secret fertility here. There is this verdant energy just waiting to be tapped into. And I think this is both you representing your potential, right? But it's also your ability to recognize the potential in others and in situations too. Everything, I think, has the potential for bliss, for abundance, for success. Yeah. So the Six of Pentacles in the future position, you're moving into a period of tremendous abundance, tremendous success. This really is a huge win, okay? I feel like you're going to be part of a very successful group of people. I feel like everybody is bringing something very significant to the table. I don't know if it's a collaboration or if it's just kind of a work thing where there's other people, right? But I feel that this really, you're going to be, you're making like the right investments. It's almost like you can see the potential in something, so you know that it's something worthwhile for you, and your commitment to it or your involvement with it is going to bring you a lot of return, right? Let's say a lot of money, a lot of return on that investment. Okay, you're going to be very, very wealthy. Okay. Of course, we see that with the Ten of Pentacles here, this card of wealth down here. You are going to be very, very wealthy. And now you have to ask what wealth means, right? Is it just financial? Okay, then you're going to be financially wealthy. Are there other things that you want to be wealthy in? Love, right? Your spiritual connection. Wealthy in happiness, right? Wealthy in your deep, involved relationships with people. Yeah. Maybe this is an idea here where you are, you're sort of, maybe you're kind of an entrepreneur here, right? That you're seeing a lot of the potential in other people or other things, and you're investing in them, and it's really working out. You've got an eye for talent kind of thing. This is like untapped talent, musical talent, or even untapped like business kind of ideas or whatever it is. The untapped market, you know. You're going to be very wealthy, is what I'm seeing here. And now, your general energy, right? The Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is somebody who people look up to. This is somebody with pride. This is somebody that has the ability to lead and to rule others, you know. You can be the boss, but you're doing so with love. And so it's kind of like, how do you reconcile all this water bliss energy we have, and of course this very stern looking fire energy? Well, we're converting energy to matter, matter to energy. You have to apply yourself. You have to be assertive. You have to be confident. You have to make decisions. You have to give orders, right, as a leader. You have to steer the ship. You have to begin the process. You got to do the work. And you need others to do the work too. But you're doing so with such a love that, again, this is like that inspiration. People want to be their best self when they're around you. Just your presence inspires people. Can't help it for some of your love, some of your inspiration to rub off on other people. People want to follow you, is what I'm saying. Okay? People want you to be their leader. Because you're a good boss. Yeah, you might be strict sometimes. You might be hardworking, and you expect others to be too. That's because we're converting energy to matter here, and we don't want any loss. I want all of my effort to result in an equal sort of proportion of wealth, whatever that wealth is to you, of course. And so it's like everybody knows that if they stick with you, they're going to be wealthy too. Yeah. Of course, that's our Ten of Pentacles. That's a good segue into the Ten of Pentacles. That's the card of wealth. It's wealth in your environment. Yeah. And I think because your wealth has a deeper meaning to it. It's not just an empty shell. It's not just dollars and cents. It's relationships. It's feelings. It's creative expression. Right? It's relationships, it's community, it's family. It's a sense of purpose. It's a deeper meaning in life. It's a richness, right? And not just financial riches, but a richness. So in your world, in the environment that you're creating, is not one with limitations. Okay. The thing about the tens is that they sort of represent this, or I guess maybe they're interpreted sometimes as being the ending of something. You got all the money in the world, right? You got your riches, and it feels like it's a final state of things. It feels like it is a finished product. It's not. It's infinite. It is always unfinished. It's always more to do. There's no limit. The 10 of the tarot, of any suit, is just its way of saying, the tarot's way of saying, it's infinite. But of course, I'm not going to have an 11 of pentacles, a 12, 13, 15, 20, 100 of pentacles, right? It'd be too many cards in the pack. It'd be unwieldy. So they just say 10. You know, that's how we count anyway. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and then an infinite number. Like I told my daughter the other day, if you can count to 10, you can count to any, you can count to 1,000,000 if you wanted to. All you got to do is know how to count to 10. Then you can do whatever. You can do anything, right? So if you know how to get here, Capricorn, you can get anywhere. Okay? This is limitless. Limitless. And all it really requires is, of course, more energy, more conversion of matter to energy, matter to energy. We do it as many times as we want, right? It's alchemy. We're taking gold, we're making more gold. And it's just, hey, found something here. It's like you're printing money. Yeah. The same goes for our depth of purpose and meaning, our satisfaction in life. If we ever feel like it is finished, there's a finished product, guess what? It's going to turn to dissatisfaction. Our wealth is going to turn to poverty. Okay, if we have some sort of finite goal. Now, we need goals, don't get me wrong. We'll see that next with the 8 of Pentacles. It's kind of a 4 of Pentacles vibe too. We've got to have goals and milestones and markers and metrics we're trying to reach. Landmarks we want to see along the way, you know. But at the moment we say, I'm done, this is all that I'm allowed to have, I've maxed it out, there may be a relief from the pressures of it, but there is a growing dissatisfaction in that. Okay. And then our 10 sort of becomes a 7, or our 6 maybe, right? Our 6, our success, our feeling of being successful turns to a 7. Right? And we don't want the 7s. I'm glad we don't have any of those. We don't have any negative cards. Even the 5 of Cups, not really a negative card. It shows that you have emotions and that you're willing to feel them as a healthy person should. You have all very perfect cards. And the 5 is some of the dissatisfaction that we feel in the emotional world, and it keeps us striving for more. Just as the 5 of Wands, right? Feels like there's something more I want to fight for, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do more. I'm going to keep working hard. Of course, you got to take your time. You got to enjoy your life and everything. But I feel like there is, you've got more life in you. There's more life to live. You want to make sure you keep living until your last day. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to die before we physically perish. Okay? So, 5 of Wands. More effort. More. But it's knowing how to turn it on and off. It's knowing how to kind of, how to push more and let's, we got this surge of energy, let's create more. And how to just kind of say, I'm going to back it off a little bit and let things simmer. I'm just going to enjoy my time. Because the wealth here is not just financial wealth. If it's financial wealth, then it's just, turn up the heat. Burn the candle at both ends, day and night. You're at the office, work. Infinite money, right? We've got to be able to dial it back a little bit and enjoy the rest of life too. Enjoy all of this love and bliss. And I think that it's really you creating these little moments in your life. The smiling at people and just the conversations, Those are those little meaningful moments where sometimes we have to slow down, turn the 5 down, turn it down to a 1 or even a 0, just stop it altogether so that we can enjoy the moment. We can enjoy what we're creating, and you can enjoy the world around you, the people, the wealth that you have, both financial and spiritual, emotional wealth. You can really feel it, you know? And of course, our 8 of Pentacles here at the very end, lovely card. It's just about that, everything. It sums everything up nicely. You're building something with intensely strong roots, a very strong trunk, a lot of branches, a lot of fruit. It takes hard work, it takes dedication. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a business, maybe it's both. It's a life. It's a life with many branches. One of them is a romantic branch. One of them is a financial branch. You know what I'm saying? It takes work and dedication and devotion. You got to water it. You got to nurture it. You've got to do it slow and steady. You got to do it the right way so that it can be the biggest tree in the garden, right? And it can be there for eternity. And it can be infinite. It can grow as many branches as you want it to. But it's also important that you have a relationship with this life and that you enjoy the fruit. You enjoy the shade that it offers you. See? Let's look at our mystery card. I think this is such a wonderful update for you. I'm so glad that I stayed in the studio today. I'm tired. I'm disheveled. I was about to head out of the studio, and I said, you know what? I feel Capricorn needs something today. I feel like there's something special going on. I felt a little tingle, and it was this Lover's card. So what are we going to see here? Is another Lover's card. I think maybe an ace of something, right? I'm kind of feeling an ace. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments down below. Maybe it's the devil. Oh no, it's the Fool. That makes more sense, right? Silly me. The Fool. It's a transcendence. It's sort of rising above all of the worries, all of the strivings of life, all of the weather, all of the 5s, really, right? Even the hard work, the striving, all of the busyness, the activity, all of the joys and sorrows of our everyday life, sort of rising above everything and just enjoying the life that we've built. It's the Fool. The Fool is the one that's going to take a nap under that tree that you've built. You know? The Fool is the one that is sort of running around the world in rags, dressed in just, dirty clothes, and is just like, doesn't have anything with, doesn't have a car, right? Just has a little knapsack full of stuff. Doesn't have a change of clothes. Doesn't really worry. Probably hasn't showered in a while, right? But it's the wealthiest person in the universe, right? It's the wealthiest person in the universe. And that the Fool is that energy. I'm not saying that you're not showering, right? What I'm saying is that there's a relationship with this life that goes beyond the sort of mundane parts of it. The strivings, the joys and sorrows. There's a higher joy, a higher meaning and depth and purpose, And this is your relationship with it. I think it's a freedom. I think it's a lightness. I think it is a playfulness in you. And this is you sort of going around in your life, and you're sort of smiling at everybody. And you'll stop and you'll have a whole lunch or a whole day with some other energy, and it's just like, what was I supposed to do today? It doesn't matter. It's these moments. Sometimes these moments can stretch out into longer periods of time for you. So eventually we do have to kind of get back to building up, growing this tree. But you also have that ability to slow down and take a nap in the shade of that tree, or to appreciate those little moments in your life. Yeah, because you're filled with this inspiration. It's really one of the best readings I've ever done. The energy here is sort of overwhelmingly positive. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do an overwhelmingly positive extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Capricorn, usually on Thursdays and Sundays. This is a special update for you. And I hope it resonates with you. I really do. Leave a comment for me if you haven't yet. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And remember that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.